everyone, this is episode 4 of Better Than Eddie and I'm FM20. Welcome along. So today we are back for the Boxing Day fixture against Norwich City, so grab yourself a nice plate of cold meat and pickles and all that good Boxing Day stuff, and I hope you enjoy the episode. So we start out here as usual on the league table screen, and as you can see we're currently sitting in 7th place in the table, only just outside of the European places on goal difference, which on the face of it is a very encouraging place to be. But all is not completely well. You might remember at the end of the second episode against Southampton we were sitting top of the table, hadn't lost a game and were in really good form. Since then things have been a little more patchy. The last episode you'll remember we played out a 0-0 draw with West Ham, which wasn't a bad result and actually kind of arrested a mini slump where we'd lost a couple of games. Since then we've played 4 more games and haven't won, so we're kind of clinging on to this position by the skin of our teeth, and you can see a bit of a gap emerging between us and the top teams now. We're 12 points off top, still a long way away from the relegation places, which is what we're trying to avoid this year. But let's go and have a little look at the schedule screen and you can see exactly how we've been getting on. So after the West Ham game, our first game was Brighton and Hove Albion away. We started very poorly in that game, went 2-0 down quite early on, but did pretty well and actually turned it around and came away with a fairly creditable 2-2 draw, so I wasn't upset with that one. Newcastle were next. We took the lead, they equalised just before half time. It's a game that really could have gone either way, so a point's not a disaster in that one. Then we went to Liverpool. Now this is a game I'm quite upset we didn't actually end up winning. On the face of it, on the stats, Liverpool probably had the better of the game. But having gone up 1-0 with a Lewis Cook goal after half an hour, we were holding on really well. Then there was a set piece right near the end of the game and Divock Origi popped up with a header and stole a point for Liverpool. The final game we've played was at home to Arsenal, and we took an early lead and played pretty well in the first half. Aubameyang pulled one back, and again this is a kind of a game that sort of seesawed, could have gone either way. But you know, both Liverpool and Arsenal are in the top 3 in the table, so I think getting a point from either of them is a pretty good result. But really we need to start winning some games. So you know, it depends on your outlook, whether you're glass half full or glass half empty. You know, if you're glass half full, we haven't lost in our last 5 games. If you're glass half empty, we haven't won in our last 7. So here's the setup for today's game. There's a couple of little things to run through. First of all, Harry Wilson has to miss out today. He's got an accumulation of yellow cards, so serves a 1-match ban. Lewis Cook is also missing. He picked up a slight knock against Arsenal in the last game and just isn't quite fit enough to make it back into the team for today. We've had to jiggle around the defence a little bit. Chris Mepham and Jack Stacey both had a bit of a grump on because they weren't getting any game time. So we've agreed to let them play in a few games this month. Stacey actually came in a couple of games ago and has been in good form. So Adam Smith should be worried about his place, I think. And the way we've managed to fit Mepham in is by shuffling Ake across to left back. He's performed there pretty well in the past in a couple of games, so I think that's not a bad move, and it gets Mepham into the team for a few games as well. So overall, here's the lineup for today's game. We have Ramsdale in goal, Ake at left back, Stacey at right back, Mepham and Steve Cook in centre half positions, Jefferson Lerma in the holding midfield role, Gutierrez and Billing in the middle of midfield, Danjuma and Fraser in the wide places, and Callum Wilson up top. So let's get into today's game against Norwich and see what happens. So here we are for the game. Norwich to kick off. Norwich have actually been in some decent form themselves recently. The last 2 games they've beaten Tottenham and a 3-3 draw away at Leicester. So they're not going to be any mugs, they're not going to be a walkover. But we started well here. Wilson, a very good early chance. And those are the sort of chances he's been tucking away most of the season. So hopefully he's going to keep getting in those positions and continue to pose a goal threat. Fraser now, back to Gutierrez. Cleared up to Cantwell for them. And the highlight fizzled out. But an encouraging start to the game there for us. Norwich have a throw now. Can we win the ball here from them? I think Buendia there was one of their star players. He's really good in this game. Oh, and he just put that wide. It was actually a save, was it? Oh, good save, Ramsdale. Let's get this corner away. Yeah, no problem there. So we recently had our youth intake information, which, unsurprisingly, given the fact we got fairly poor youth recruitment and very poor facilities, advised me we had a very poor crop of youngsters coming through. So, yeah, we're not going to expect too much from them. Oh, goodness me. And we're obviously not expecting too much from Ramsdale. How did he let that slip through? Corner from Leitner. Who's that on the line? He's got his back turned to play. Is that Stacey? Oh. He had a grump on, but now I think I've got a grump on. Anyway, Wilson's got the ball here. He's running at the defence. That's a good solid run. Gutierrez, yes! Excellent finish. He's been in some really good form, Gutierrez, of late. I think that was a really good positive run there from Wilson. Really put Norwich on the back foot. The challenge came in, but it fell nicely to Gutierrez, who finished a very clean finish with his left foot. So that's one apiece. Another draw on the cards, perhaps. Who knows? Fraser's not having a great game. No, something about the system we're playing. Just the wide players don't seem to get very good ratings. So I don't know if there's anything I need to adjust with that as we go by. Let's yeah, we're going to agree with Tyndall there and say that the performance was disappointing. We want more out of these guys in the second half. And can it start here? Stacey knocks it to Billing. Ryan Fraser. Again, a poor cross there. Steve Cook recycles the ball though. Lerma with a great ball into a channel there for Fraser. Does well to beat his man. Overhits the cross. Ake following up there. But Buendia is actually going to counter-attack. Oh dear, that was far too easy, wasn't it? And that may be a consequence of us playing Ake at left back. No one's picking up the run there from Buendia. A really well taken goal. But this early into the second half, after we've just told them we were disappointed, I'm not happy with that. So let's get into them a little bit. Tell them to show some passion. Not a lot happening. Ramsdale now to Mepham. Oh, that was a little bit dangerous there. Steve Cook. Oh, Callum Wilson now. Is he going to have a good attempt? Dear. Just maybe not going to be his day. Fraser picks up the loose ball after the corner, but the highlight fizzles out. Callum Wilson's on a 6.1. I'm afraid that's not good enough. We'll bring Solanke on. And I think some fresh legs in a wide area would be useful. Danjuma can come out. And I'm going to bring Stanislas on. It gives us some good options with free kicks and that sort of thing. So if we happen to win anything around the box, he's a real threat. Look at these stats. How can we be losing this game? Unbelievable. Let's move to an attacking formation. Solanke here, Fraser. I'm a genius. Stanislas. He's been on the pitch, what, 90 seconds or something perhaps? That's not really the kind of goal I was expecting him to be able to pick up for us. Fraser actually with a very good cross. Stanislas with a header at the back post. And it's back to 2-2. Well, it looks like it's going to be another draw unless something very miraculous happens in the last few minutes. We're heading into stoppage time now. And yeah, the spoils are shared today. So after that 2-2 draw with Norwich, we remain in 7th place in the table. Tottenham actually went above us, they won their game, but Wolves lost. So we actually go one place above them. let's get into the schedule screen and see where I'm going to bring you back. Well, the games really are coming thick and fast at the moment. It's just that time of year, I guess. We've got Sheffield United coming up in just 2 days' time, followed by Wolves and Wigan in the FA Cup, all within the space of a week. So that's really going to stretch our squad pretty thin, I think, in terms of fitness. There's going to be some rotation around for sure. The game I'm going to bring you back for is the Crystal Palace game. Now, that's just 1 day after the transfer window closes. I'm not really expecting to do a great deal of business, if any, to be honest, in the transfer window. But I just think it makes sense to come back for that game, just in case there has been anything to talk about. Josh King is not very happy at the moment, and I can't seem to find a way to fit him into the team, or even really on the bench. So there's a possibility he might move on. And really, I think if he does, that's the only way we're going to be able to bring anyone in, because the finances just dictate that we can't do that at the moment. Well, hopefully you've enjoyed watching this episode. It was a bit of a roller coaster game, wasn't it? It's a shame we couldn't come away with a win, but it's another unbeaten match, so yeah, we'll just have to take it. If you have enjoyed watching it, then please drop a like on the video. If you'd like to subscribe to the channel, I'd be really grateful for that, and any comments you have, that can always help to, help me to improve the content I'm providing for you. Very, very happy to take any feedback you've got. So anyway, thanks for watching. I hope to see you all again very soon at home for the Crystal Palace game. Bye for now.